Greetings everyone. I'm decided to do a quick video to share with you today instead of us meeting this afternoon at 4 o'clock. I had several of you who had conflicts today for some reason. And there's just a lot going on right now, so I thought that I would give you a day to get caught up on some things and get ready for all of the things that are coming due. So very quickly, I'm just going to go through what is coming due. All right, first of all, our lesson plan is actually due today, and I'm going to jump over here to the assignment list to remind you. Oops, yep, that's what I need. Okay, so for this, you are taking a lesson, hopefully one that you've already maybe created in another class, and you're going to integrate tech into that lesson. And so your idea is that you are going to be able to show what the purpose of the lesson is by showing what your standards are, what ISTE standards are being addressed, and you're going to share why you're having the students use this resource in your lesson, why are you teaching this tool, what will they be using it for, how does it change the nature of the task, and SAMR model is always a good thing to add into that. And how will you teach your tool? So let's say you're going to be using Powtoon, and you're going to have your students create a Powtoon. How are you going to help them to use Powtoon in a way that Powtoon doesn't become the lesson, but whatever the content is that you want them to teach? So some kind of scaffold. Do they have a step-by-step, here's how they do it, or have you created a little video that a screencast that shows them how to do it? How are you teaching the tool? And so yeah, how are you gonna, any of those supports, what are you gonna use to help support your students? And then how are your students going to share their work? So make sure that those things, and there's a couple of examples here. You can take a look also at the rubric to make sure that you've got some kind of idea there. And that is due today. If you're having trouble getting it in today, please let me know, and then get it in as soon as possible. I've said this before, and I'll say it again, that the big thing with me is I was just trying to make sure that you didn't end up with a bunch of stuff at the end, because it's just going to get crazier, and you already know that, and I sound like my parents when I say that. They didn't want me to procrastinate, and I know everything's really busy, so I tried to spread out the big rocks that are due this quarter. But anyway, so the lesson plan is due today. Your research project is due on the 24th. Your research project, again, let's take a quick look at the research project. So this is your emerging trends. It's based on your work with the Horizon report that we looked at earlier. And you're going to have a list of, well, let's start here. So your idea is to have some kind of visual. So a visual that shows one of those topics and what you've presented. So that could be an infographic, it could be a video, it could be a slideshow, some way to share your information with us in kind of a visual way, in a visual way. And then in addition to that, you're going to have a short essay that lets you explain it in a verbal. So you're also going to have a curated list of resources using a tool like Diigo, Pinterest, Google Keep, EduClipper. So something, and most of the teachers I've seen so far have been using Diigo for that, but you can choose what tool that you want. And Diigo is great because, well, all of these tools will work for this, but it allows you not only to share the resource, but also write a quick annotation about why you chose that resource or what that resource is. And then there's your essay, and your essay, like I said, is just kind of the verbal component of this. So you've got your visual component, which can also have words in it, but the essay is just kind of a way to maybe share some of the research and that kind of stuff. And all your images should be copyright friendly, and everything should be in your digital portfolio. And there you go. And things are cited with APA style, and take a look at the rubric for more information. So I haven't had a lot of questions about that, so I hope you're doing okay with that. And I hope you're learning some really cool things, because these are the emerging trends. So I know that there's so many cool things that you could learn in this class, but I know you're overwhelmed with everything else. So I hope some of it will just kind of, stir around in your head for when you're not so being dumped on by so many different ideas at the same time. That's just the way college is. So sorry about that. And then, so your vision video, I shared that last week, and we changed the due date to May 31st to give you, that was what you asked for, a little more time. And again, that's just a short video, taking in all of the stuff that you've learned this time, and just other ideas that you've had from great teachers you've had in the past, or ways that you want to, things that you want to do in your classroom, and creating a video of some sort that shares that information, and that's going to go on your About Me page in your digital portfolio. And then the big one, the digital portfolio, which is your final project, and that's due on June 9th. And we are actually going to have class with me in it, time to work through all of these projects, except for the lesson plan that's due today. So that but especially the digital portfolio, making sure that you've got things set in a way that everybody can see them. It's easy to find stuff. It looks good. It's something that you could share with future employers and say, here's some of my work, and they would go, wow. So we're going to have some time to work on that. So those are the big things that are coming up, and I know that my attempt at doing the webcam is not working very well because of placement of things here, but that's not the big deal, so who cares. All right, so if you have any questions about any of this, please email me and ask. I can jump on a Google Hangout with you, or on the conference thing that we've been using in Canvas, and you can show me something, and I could show you how to do something. So please feel free to do that, and I will see you on Wednesday at 4 o'clock, and we will continue on. We've got some fun things headed our way in the next couple of weeks. Not this week, but next week. We're going to be playing with toys. So I'm going to bring in a bunch of different toys for learning about physical computing and coding and some things like that. And that should be a lot of fun. Hopefully you'll have fun with that. And so we've got some fun things kind of to wrap up the end of this quarter, but we also have a lot more to do. So I'm going to give you today to work on these projects, so that when we come together on Wednesday, we can look at some new things. So hopefully this is a good week for you, and I'll see you on Wednesday. And please let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help.